Good morning. It is April 1st as I record this. I don't know what day it'll be when you see this, but I've got like an hour, give or take, before my appointment. Both of my appointments today are, well, one's in person at my place and the other's virtual. The first one's virtual. So I figured while I was getting ready, I might as well vlog a little bit, record, whatever you want to call it. You know, it occurred to me last night, it's Veda, video every day in April. And am I going to try to do that? I might. I might just try and see how far I get. Do I promise solemnly that there will be a video every day in April? No. I gotta go turn that off. Theoretically, I'm supposed to be able to do it from my watch, but it's easier to just do it on the phone. I could use the movement anyway, of going in the other room and turning that off. Maybe one day I'll learn how to do that on my watch, but it's just easier to do it on the phone. Anyway, where was I? I do not solemnly swear to do a video every day this month. But I'm willing to challenge myself and see how much I can do. Maybe I'll give up halfway through, or maybe I'll do 28 out of 30, who knows? Or shoot, maybe I'll do the whole thing and prove to myself that I actually can do it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Today's video is going to be the one I recorded last night. I edited it and then it was just too late to try to post it. I could have posted it, but I didn't. I went to bed instead because it was important to be, not feeling like the morning showed up too early when I have to be, alert for this. The person that I'm virtually meeting with will be kind of needing to pay attention just about as much as I will, if not more. But I still don't want to be half asleep when she's doing what she needs to do. I wish I had the courage to vlog what's going to happen today. Well, do I really, actually? I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. There are people who do YouTube videos who just courageously or bravely or foolishly or whatever the adjective is, record everything that happens, every conversation, every word that they and the other people say. And they don't necessarily post the entire thing, but they edit it together and they post the whole thing on their YouTube video. I just am not that brave. I don't know if I ever will be. I can't imagine recording a conversation with another person and putting that on the internet. I can imagine maybe recording my own phone call and putting my side of the conversation on the internet. But talking to somebody else, it'd be one thing if I was interviewing a person and they were agreeing to an interview for my, people interview people for news, like a news crew comes over and interviews a person for a segment on the news, or a person gets interviewed for a podcast. They know about that, and they're excited about that. But an everyday conversation where I'm vlogging and just trying to have a conversation that I will end up vlogging, that's just, I don't have the guts to put that out there. I fear that will come back and bite me in the ass. So I just don't put other people's words, other people's voices. I might put other people's words on the internet, meaning I might say, so-and-so said this, that, and the other thing. In fact, that's probably as close as I can get. I might say what I'm going to say to you. Or I might come back after the fact and say, well, that conversation went this way or that way. I said this, they said that. That's what you might get. But me actually going down to the apartment manager's office and actually catching her in the office and saying to her, hey, can I talk to you? And actually having her say, sure, yeah, I know you want to talk to me because somebody else who works in the building but not specifically with apartment management let me know you wanted to talk to me. Yeah, let's tackle some of these issues, shall we? I say. Yeah, having that whole conversation and everything that's going to ensue on my vlog, in my vlog, on my YouTube channel for everybody to hear, I just don't have the guts to do that. So, that's not what you'll be getting today. What you will be getting today is a lot of me talking. Like I said, I've got the appointment at 8:30. Then as soon as that's over, I want to go down to the apartment manager's office, see if she's in there, see if she has a moment. I have a couple of things to deal with her about. Number one, I got this letter claiming, our records show that you haven't paid rent. We're going to start recollecting rent as of April. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I never stopped paying rent. I stopped dropping cashier's checks in the office door, but I didn't stop paying rent. My bank's been auto-paying you guys. Did you not get a check that they sent? I don't know. I printed out every email that I have gotten from May of 2020 to up to and including this month even, because a couple of days ago my April one came through in my email box, and I'm like, well, I had just spent probably a good hour and a half to 2 hours the day before printing out all of those for the apartment manager to see. And I'm like, okay, let me print this one out too. So from May of 2020 up to and including this month, I have a whole manila envelope full of paperwork that says checks were sent to you guys by my bank. So if you didn't get money, I don't know what happened, and I sure as hell don't know where that money is, because if it's not in my bank account, and it's not in your bank account, where is it? Where's this extra money that you claim you never got? And saying it like this right now is hopefully going to get this angst and upset and distress out of my system, so that when I go down and speak to her face to face, I can be halfway decent about it. I'm freaked out, I'm pissed off, and going at someone in that frame of mind is not a good way to approach something. But I don't know what... But I don't know what I'm more pissed off about. That, or the fact that I had to find out through Aira reading a sign on the office door about new laundry machines that went in yesterday. If I had not had Aira reading the office door, I wouldn't have even known that was happening. Aira, in case anyone hasn't watched any of my videos and doesn't know what Aira is a virtual assistant service basically for the blind. It's an app that you open and activate, and it connects you to a human being who can use your camera as a way to see what you would see if your eyes worked for shit. And they can read things to you or describe things to you or read instructions to you. Or if you've got a computer task, they can remote into your computer through TeamViewer and click on things. Anyway, on Saturday morning, I became aware that I got this letter, had it read to me. It said, our records show that you haven't paid rent. I'm like hell I haven't paid rent. Okay, when is the manager going to be here so I can take this up with her? So, I mean, I didn't expect her to be there on a Saturday, but I don't know when she's there anymore. Of course, it doesn't help that we just got a new manager. The old manager was fairly good about contacting me with things, but it doesn't matter because apparently she's not there anymore. So I'm like, okay, I gotta find a way to communicate to the apartment manager. I gotta find a way to speak to her face to face. When am I gonna do that? I call Aira. I say, I'm gonna have you look at the manager's office door. Are there any signs that might indicate when her office hours are? And the Aira agent is talking me through aiming the camera and all of this so that they can actually see what I need them to see. And they say, well, I don't see anything about office hours. I do see this, though. It says, big news. On March 31st, we're replacing the laundry machines, and a kind of a blurb about what the new laundry machines are going to be like. And first of all, I wonder how it's even going to work for a person who can't see. Secondly, I'm sure they're completely flat. I need to know, number one, how is it going to work? There's supposed to be a laundry cart of some kind. How do I get and load up a laundry cart with money? Number one. Number two, if my housekeeper comes and I've got dirty laundry for her, but then she goes down there and there's no empty washers, I don't have any choice. I have to do my own laundry at that point, or it has to wait until she comes next time. And if she comes next time and there's still no empty washers, then I really have to do it myself. I mean, blind people have to be able to do their laundry. And that's not possible when there's no braille or tactile markings on the machines whatsoever. And so that means I'm going to have to advocate for the blind who are completely ignored around here. I've told these people over and over again in the 16 years I've lived here that blind people need follow-up emails or phone calls to explain to them what it is that those notices said, because if you put print papers on a blind person's door, they can't read them. And yes, we have Aira, but Aira's there if I need them, but I shouldn't need them for something like finding out what's going on in my apartment building. The apartment building, especially if it's for people who are elderly and disabled, has a responsibility to make information available in a format that the people who are disabled can deal with. And either they conveniently forget that, or the highest ups know that, but as you trickle down throughout the company, like the head of the company that owns this building probably knows that good and damn well. But as you trickle down to the the people right below them and the people below them and the people below them and my apartment manager's boss, and they either conveniently forget it or they just don't know. I mean, I can't be too hard on this apartment manager because they are new and they probably just simply don't know about me. But I also assert that when there's special needs within the building, there should be a file. Obviously there isn't right now, but I think there should be. There should be a file, a database of some sort in the computer that belongs to the apartment building, where if there's a new manager, one of the first things they need to do, or certainly tucked somewhere within their training about here's what you do if you're going to manage this building, should be, okay, read this database. Aha, this apartment number, this person, this special need that I need to know about. This apartment number, this person, this special need that I need to know about. I mean, if a person's got a caregiver, that may or may not be important for an apartment manager to know. But if a person's too blind to read print papers that you slap on their door, that's important, and the apartment manager needs to know that. And every time we get a new apartment manager, I shouldn't have to work extra hard to make sure they know that. In an ideal housing system, there'd be a way for that to be common knowledge among the people who work there, the people whose job it is to make sure that their tenants live in a good situation. Forget a vlog. This may just be the April 2nd video for vlog every day in April. It might just be me going on a rant about how fucked up the system is that houses people who are the most vulnerable. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, actually, it seriously might be that. Yeah, you'll have to wait until tomorrow for the actual vlog. You just heard about what you won't be getting and what I think of the whole idea of apartment buildings for the elderly and disabled, that really, yes, that's the people that they're supposed to be serving, but they don't serve us as well as they should, because half the time the people in charge of the buildings don't even know what their tenants' needs are, because there's no way for them to know until the person who is disabled goes and says to the apartment manager, oh, the ex-manager never told you, or no one's ever told you about, well, I don't know why the knowledge of my needs goes with the apartment manager. But, well, first of all, is there some kind of phenomenon around the fact that the turnover for these kind of people are just ridiculous? It's like, it seems like, I mean, when I first moved in here, I mean, I don't know, we went through maybe 2 or 3 managers, and then we had a great woman stuck around for, what, 7, 8, 10 years maybe? I mean, we all liked her, she liked her job, it was great. And she, like, understood my needs. Then, you know, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. I'm not quite sure what, I guess she, I guess she moved on to a different job, and pretty much from her on, we've gone through several apartment managers, some of whom have bothered to take my needs into consideration, some of whom just don't. And this one of whom probably doesn't know about me and is about to know about me, because I have like 45 minutes, give or take, maybe 30 minutes, give or take, to get ready for this appointment and the entirety of that appointment to just be calm, probably before I even, like the last couple of minutes before I go down there, I'll just take some deep breaths, and because I can get pretty passionate, as you can hear. But I also acknowledge that being pissed off and going off on people is not the way to get anything done. It's just the way to get people pissed off at you in return. So I can't be storming into the apartment manager's office pissed off. I need to be like cordial and decent and nice about it. But I've got 3 things to talk to her about. Number 1, what do you mean I haven't been paying rent? Number 2, please be aware that you have blind people in this building, and one of them is me, and I'm not sure who all the rest of them are or where all the rest of them are. But on behalf of all of us, we cannot read print. Will you please write us quick emails or call us on the phone, leave us voicemails if we don't answer, and tell us what you're slapping on people's doors. Don't just slap it on the door and expect us to know what's going on. And thirdly, along those same lines, how are blind people supposed to do their laundry now? I am willing to help you if you need help braille labeling the machines, but they have to be braille labeled or tactily marked, or they're completely useless to someone who can't see. And you do have blind people in your building. So machines that have no accessibility for people who can't see is not acceptable. So this has to be taken care of. And before I leave, I'm going to make one last attempt to stand up for the needs of the people that are blind around here. Of course, once I'm gone, they'll have to start standing up for themselves. But for right now, I'll do it. Okay. Thanks for listening to me rant. Check out Aira now that you've heard more about what they do. Check out Shipped. Check out everything in the description below. I can't wait to put a website in there that will just make it easier to find, like, my stuff. And I will see you, and you will hear from me in the next video. Ugh. I'm going to have so much editing to do. And you will hear from me in the next video. And by the time I start the next video, I hope I can, like, get the gunk out of my mouth or out of my throat or out of whatever that... Make it impossible for me to talk correctly. Bye.